Oh, dearie me. I feel like I start every stream by asking if we're live, but it's a valid question, so... Are we live? Because we have people here, and I'm inclined to say hello to you. So, hello. It's me. I was wondering if after all these minutes I'd like to stream. I could keep going, but I'm out of ideas. Hello, everyone. I am Tessellating Hexagons, apparently doing an impression of that one guy. Who am I thinking of? William Shatner? Am I thinking of... Laura, am I thinking of William Shatner? Just with no context whatsoever. Hello, everyone. I am Tessellating Hexagons, and I am thinking of William Shatner, and... You'll have heard the game for just a second there, I think. I don't know. Maybe OBS was being poo. Well, I should probably just get started instead of waiting ages like I normally do, because... so encouraging. Swapping over to the game. Here we go. And should I leave OBS open in the background? Yeah, OBS can chill. How's everyone doing this evening, anyway? Is the audio too loud? Because I remember having to jiggery-pokery the audio settings for my last stream because I was doing a facecam stream, and so that required different audio settings so that it wouldn't be too quiet or too loud, and so I don't know whether the game is too loud now, so please do let me know. And also, for the astute and the eagle-eyed, you'll notice that Laura's now a moderator. I've been meaning to set that for quite some time, and I've finally set it, so yeah, Laura has the power. Okay, I'm glad to hear. I should probably put my headphones on, shouldn't I? Oh, that's very quiet in my ears, but that's okay. That's okay, I don't want it to be too loud. I'd almost be tempted to just hang around and wait for other people to turn up, but at the same time, we could just get started and wait for people to turn up, because we don't have all night to find out what is right, so let's go undecided till we know. The only way to know is let your feelings show, let all your walls come down and just hit play. You sure? Because you know how I like my parties turned Total T, and also, by the way, hello Total T, it's been too long! And thank you, Lozzie Sausage Poo Poo, that means that I'm going to have the obligatory stream email already. Now, in the last stream, I was rather anxious about an upcoming rival battle. And, you know, I will turn the game down a little bit. 10%? 10%. 10% will do. Now, in the last stream, I was slightly worried about an upcoming rival battle. And I've done my research off-screen, and her highest level Pokemon is level 20. And we're kind of close, but I want to do a little bit of grinding on the area to the left of here first. And I believe this counts at, yeah, Route 103, so we can't catch a new Pokemon here, but this is technically Beret's home turf. Fight me, woman in a dress. Oh, Philly G, thank you for asking. I'm quite content, thank you very much. How's everybody else doing? And yes, Amir Obama survives. Is everyone else having a nice time? I have 3 emails all at once, good grief. And I want to level Beret up, but there's the Amir Obama fan club, and he's got the right type of effectiveness, and he's going to be really useful in the upcoming rival battle anyway, so, wow. Get you growing at me, ooh, so intimidating. Wing attack, steel wing, I've got so many good moves all of a sudden. And Sebastian, you're not even late. Like, normally I wouldn't even have started the game by now. I'm only 4 minutes into the stream. Usually I'm just bumbling around backstage, as it were, just like, yo. Tests. That's okay, because it kind of sounds like testes, or testicles, and... Where is this thought going? And Beret, what have you got this time? Another rare candy. Jesus on a loaf of butter. Yes, a whole loaf of butter. Beret is absolutely the MVP. Even though, like, battle-wise, she's sort of not, but she keeps getting all the good items, so... Of course, Plastel and Minun. I can't believe people who pronounce Minun Minun. Like, is it not obvious what they're going for with the aesthetic? Now, which one has better... I'm guessing Headbutt has better... End of sentence. And you know what? Steel Wing, we've not used it in a while. In fact, I don't think we've used it at all in this playthrough yet. breasticle, testicle, you know, top bollocks. I forgot these were electric types, and I'm using a Mir Obama. They're level 16. This is going to end very well. Oh, goodness, yes. Over here in the United Kingdom, it has been so hot, I cannot even. And I don't like the way this battle's going already, so just hope for the non-paralysis and it's... Oh, don't you tap my cherry, good sir. Well, oh yeah, because people already shipped Beret and Amir, didn't they? And now this isn't really helping because Amir Obama and Beret... And you know what, I actually do kind of ship it now because they work so well together, it's so cute. So yes, this ship is sailing. And I like to imagine that Beret is like getting really affectionate and she's headbutting everyone because she's like just booping them, but she's booping them really, really enthusiastically, and so that kind of... And that is so true, Ludi Gaga, that the UK, like, we cannot weather. Because we have like 1 week of summer, and then about 12 years of winter, and then there's a little bit of wetness in between them, and we call them spring or autumn. Well, first of all, what even is Fahrenheit? But what were you doing in Vegas, Total T? Enthusiastic boops all the way across the sky. And Beret's leveling up, good for her. And I want to go and get this paralysis healed up. I would say they're twins, but one of them's older somehow, but yep, that is a thing that can happen because... Actually, that's the point. How many twins are there? End of sentence. Just how many twins are there in the world? No, how many pairs of twins are born at exactly the same time? Because there's always one that comes out first, like an inconvenience. Hello, Jamie the Creator! For entirely personal reasons that I'm not going to explain, I imagine you as, like, some sort of, like, human-shaped scorpion. But, like, I mean that in a good way. And I'm not going to explain the backstory behind that, just trust me, it's a compliment. Hey. And there was a moment there where I genuinely wasn't sure if I'd healed or not. And wow, the audience number count of viewers is all over the place. But that's okay, because we have people watching and that's fun times. Wow, like, nearly 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is quite a bit. Admittedly, I've been to Turkey where it's been 40 degrees in the daytime. And it wasn't that bad, but to be fair, that was a very, very dry heat, whereas in the UK it gets horribly humid. And so, like, 20 degrees over here can feel like 90 bajillion because of the humidity. And yes, the Bamir ship is happening all the way across the sky between my Zigzagoon and my Talo. What were you doing in Canada? You could have at least said hi to Canadian Alex for me. I don't know if you know that he exists though, so maybe never mind. See, if I were ever to go to America, then it would just be to visit some friends in New York, and then also, like, Ontario, because Canadian Alex. But I have no business on that continent apart from that. They should come to me, because clearly the United Kingdom is... Yes, the United Kingdom is Bay. We are not the UK, we are the U-Bay. And by U-Bay, I mean We-Bay. And by We-Bay, I mean eBay. And by eBay, I mean, in the Greek economy, it's very difficult to afford segways. Yeah. Oh. Why? Why does your sister live in Canada? Why can't Canada live in your sister? Wait, hang on a minute. Well, there is a Mirabama happening, and oh wow, oh yeah, shit, I completely forgot there was that huge fire thing that happened. Is everyone okay? Is there death happening? Well, I mean, I think more people survived than credit has been given for. I don't know, but I know there was some rather terrifying things happening. I'd completely forgotten about that. Not because I don't care, just because I wasn't there. It didn't apply to me. And it didn't apply to anyone that I know, so I wasn't as clued up, as the cool kids say. Yum yum. And now I've run out of words to say, because we're fighting a Magikarp. What can one say to commentate a fight with a Magikarp? I mean, seriously. And by all rights, I should be leveling up my other Pokemon, but I want to catch Beret up, so if we're going into the next rival battle, I'd rather have 4 level 18s rather than 1 level 20 and then 2 18s and a 16. So we're trying. I guess the who laughs like foo foo foo, except apart from the Japanese, they do. It's good that, okay, it's bad that there was such a fire as bad as that, but it's good that there were actually very, very few casualties in the grand scheme of things. Like, it could have been a lot worse, and so obviously we should be thankful for that. Even though technically by being in the UK it doesn't affect me at all, but I'm not, like, that's not... I can't word this without sounding like a total douche nozzle. See, I would so 110% be down for that, Laura. Corp. I can't quite do the voice from the anime, but you get the idea. And the thing is, because of where Alex is as well, that's like 3 minutes away from New York City, which means that we could potentially arrange to include the likes of Austin and Tristan and a load of other people that we know, and I'm just making all kinds of internal references. And Laura, would you mind getting that one? Because it's fairly obvious what's happening here, and you know what, that's definitely more creative than what we had on Sunday, but that's still kind of dumb. Thank you, Lozzie. You see, I came prepared. Not gonna cut off that sentence partway through like I normally would. Thank you, Booze. Do stay on your toes though, because usually when there's one, a whole load of other Jeffs follow. Now, what are my levels looking like? Because I kind of want to do more grinding for Beret, because she's only level 16, and the strongest Pokemon of the upcoming rival battle is level 20, and I want to say that I can handle it because I have the type effectiveness, but at the same time, I'm going to do a little bit of strategizing, because I know what May's team is. She's got Wailmer, Numel, Nimmin, and a Grovyle, and if I'd picked any other starter, she'd have a Shroomish instead of a Grovyle. She's not going to lead with the Grovyle, so I should have either like something that's super effective against Numel or Wailmer. And pardon me, strategizing out loud. I'm thinking I should lead with Soupy Tom, because that way, if she leads with Wailmer, then I'm not at any loss. But if I lead with Petricida and she sends out Wailmer, I have a type advantage. But if she sends out Numel, then I don't. So that's my logic there. Yeah, I agree. I am actually really ashamed just of the UK in general, just how much resistance there is to learning foreign languages over here. Because it's really not that difficult if you start at the right age, and if you really apply it, it's fun and it's useful. And I am sad that there's such resistance to learning foreign in this country. But plus, like, we have so many, well, not necessarily neighbouring countries in the literal sense, but we're near so many places and we could just do stuff. And this chap here could be, this could be further grindy times, which I'm okay with. I'll switch back to Soupy Tom afterwards. Hello, Alfonso, hello. My line of thinking is, because of where we'd be likely to go in Canada, where we would be like just on the other side of the Hudson River from New York City, and New York City is kind of the only place in America that we'd want to visit, just because that's where either that's where all of our friends are, or that's close enough to where all of our friends are that we can meet up there. So it does seem like going to Ontario would be our best bet cost-wise, but that would be fun. And yes, I would have to wave at every airport wall, just like Oslo, because Oslo is a special sausage. And I guess I should whip out Soupy Tom, because I was just watching last week's stream just like less than an hour ago. So like normally I watch it a lot sooner, but this time, yeah. And wow, You see, I would have chosen French for my GCSEs, but we were only allowed to take 4 options, and I chose German, Spanish, ICT, and Latin. And because of that, they wouldn't let me take French, even though I said, I don't want to do RS, I would gladly just do French instead, because I know I'm going to do better at that. And they said, nope, 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 and so I had to nope, which makes me sad, because I want to be able to speak French, because I do have a bit of French heritage. And in my experience with, geography is the schools that I've been to teach it really boringly, and so everything I know about geography I learned from Eurovision. And even then, that's which countries are in Europe, the capitals of these countries, and roughly where Dusseldorf is in Germany, and that's the extent of my geography. And I'm only even half paying attention to what's going on in the game. And because Beret's paralyzed, she's not going to be leading the team, but I kind of want her in just in case. Wait, hang on, no. Switch with Soupy Tom. And I have to go back and heal again, just because I don't want to waste my items on something as trivial as this, even though we could very easily just go back and get more items later, but... And just... I want to be absolutely certain I'm prepared for this next rival battle. It's probably not even that hard. I just have a lot of lingering memories from my childhood, because I'm not... I was bad at this game as a child. And that's the thing to take away from this. And it's sort of strange, now that I've promoted Laura to being a moderator, everything she says now instantly looks so much more professional, and I have no idea why. Huh. Didn't know Calgary was Canadian Texas. But that's like all the way in the west, isn't it? And literally all of my North American friends, I think, live in like the EST's time zone, so they're like all on the East Coast. So another Gulpin. I caught one in the last stream and named it Javine because it looks kind of like a boob. And I completely just spaced out there for a second, I don't know why. And, by the way, I don't mean to rag on religion at all, because, like, if people want to study it, that's fine. But in my high school, like, the guy who took my religious studies class, or religious education as it's called in some schools, the guy who was teaching my religion classes was, like, a hardcore, aggressive Christian, and, like... There was one time where he was leading an assembly where he just stood up and straight up said, all atheists are blind, stupid idiots. And there was a huge backlash at the school, but there were no repercussions for it because, oh, he's just expressing his opinion. Like, that's a bit extreme, isn't it? And so I do feel kind of insulted because my stance on religion is do whatever just as long as it's not hurting anyone. So, anyway. Yeah, I've heard about the place in Austria. I think it's pronounced... Like, it's not pronounced the way it looks. Like, it's pronounced... Fucking or something? I know it's not pronounced fucking, but, like, they keep... I think the sign keeps getting stolen, and they wanted to make their own beer as well, or something like that. And they were told that the mayor of that town wasn't allowed to sell this beer or these t-shirts or whatever because of the name of the town or something, I don't know. But it is fun. And hello, Mega Rayquaza Gerito. Hello to you. The funny thing with US states, like, I can name them, but I don't know where most of them are, and I do not know them by their 2-letter abbreviations. Like, I know a load of countries throughout the world by their ISO 2-letter abbreviations, but not US states, because... they just seem dumb to me. It does make me laugh somewhat, though, when Americans defend not recognising the flags of England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, because they say, oh, well, you Brits wouldn't recognise our state flags. Yeah, but it's not quite the same thing, because we're countries, innit? Now then, it is Amir Obama's time to shine, because I think, from the research I did backstage, that... this Grovyle doesn't have anything that's super effective against me, but it's fully yeah, it's fully grass type and not dual type, so yeah, wow, this is a lot easier than I thought. It's because normally with Pokemon, I only ever raise my starter, and of course, Mudkip, which would be either a Marshtomp or a Swampert by this point in my childhood playthroughs, would be water ground and therefore quad weak, and so I was hyping that battle up for nothing. Double team, useful for some people, but not for me. Wait, did someone think that North Korea was a state of America? That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, and I've never understood why there are so many discrepancies in the names of what the religion class is in high schools, because for me, in primary school it was RE for religious education, and then in high school it was RS for religious studies, and that was it. But then, in a load of, like, foreign countries, or at the very least, in, I think, Spain, Germany, and France, at least as far as I know, they just call it religion and leave it at that. And then there are all these other variations, apparently philosophy, religion, and ethics, and just religion and ethics, and... wow, that's kind of insulting to actual Mexico. And, what else is there? Now, dare I even bring up the hornet's nest that is PSHCE? Because I feel like non-Brits won't even know what I'm talking about, and even within Britain. Like, I was always, like... in primary school, it was referred to as PSHE, and so that's what I've always called it. But I remember a teacher of mine at some point saying, oh, back in my day it was just PSE. And then in high school, they kept calling it PSHCE, and I'm just like, no, fuck off. There's no C in PSHE. And for those who aren't privy, it's... well, certainly, in my experience, it stands for Personal Social Health Education, or Personal Social Health and Citizenship Education. And what do you mean you don't have your next puzzle room ready? I've got 2 gym badges. Oh god, there's another variation of it? Jesus Christ, Ireland. Well, I think you're Irish anyway. Am I misremembering? I have a load of people who are from places. Oh, the history of Japan. Fun times. Actually, that does remind me how, if you put the letters of PSHE in the right order, and then add a couple of other letters, then you can spell Spheal, as in the Pokémon, in the same way that you can expand LGBT so that it spells out Golbat, so it's like, I think, gay, omnisexual, lesbian, bisexual, asexual, transgender. I have 4 emails now, so Golbat is just the representation of... oh my god, there are so many variations, it's kind of unreal. And we're bringing Beret back into the lead. Wow. I mean, admittedly, I don't know what the borders were for the USSR, but it can't have been that hard to label. Because I remember once there was a kids' game show that was on in the UK, and I think there were these 3 girls who had to identify the countries of North America, and it was literally just, like, it wasn't the island ones, it was literally just America, Canada, and Mexico. And they labeled they labeled America as Mexico, then they labeled Canada as the USA, and Alaska as Canada. Wow. Just wow. Because, I mean, Canada, it's America's hat. I wish I could say that I've memorized the Arrogant Worms' song about Canada being really big, because that is actually a really fun song, but... I would almost start quoting it here and now, but I kind of don't want to be copyrighted, because it's someone else's thing that they did. Temmie Gaming, hoy! I'm hoping that I'm adequately amusing. But yes, welcome to the stream. Is everyone having a good time? I'm certainly having a much better time than I did on Sunday, I'll tell you that much. But that's all in the past. That's kind of a dodgy way of wording it. The foe can be made helpless. Tee-hee. Maximum hoy. Which reminds me, actually. I've spoken to my mother, which kind of sounds like a really uninteresting story. Like, I've spoken to my mother, end of story. But at some point, she and I are going to head over to one of the neighbouring towns near here and go into a wool shop and buy some wool. Why, thank you, Tenny. And we're going to be getting, like, 4 different colours of wool for a very specific purpose. And I kind of don't want to say out loud, because officially I shouldn't know about Kara, the evil Frisk from Undertale, because I'm still avoiding spoilers for the most one of that, but my mother's going to be making me, like, jumpers, sweatshirts, whatever, to match both Frisk and Kara. That's going to be a fun time. But officially I don't know about Kara yet, so I'm trying to avoid spoilers. Nuzleaf, send in Obama. And, like, around Greenland as in the bits that are near Greenland, or Greenland as in Greenland itself, because Greenland's, like, owned by Denmark or something. But then again, I feel like Denmark and Canada keep fighting over who owns Greenland, and Greenland's like, can you both just stop? I am my own thing. I could be mistaken, and I think Amir Obama's about to evolve. I think. I know it's around the level 20 mark that Taylor evolves, so are we going to be seeing some expanded breast? Not yet. Oh, me too, Sebastian. I want to be a Eurovision commentator, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm in the right career path to end up there, because the university that I'm going to is, like, one of the paths that my degree can lead to is a degree in radio. And, well, depending on how I play university, I could end up being in just the right spot to do Eurovision commentating, and I would like to. And that said, I also do want to, like, I would like to do live streams where I have a Eurovision contest open and I live commentate it, but the thing is, I won't be able to do that because... sorry, I'm not thinking straight because it's too hot to think, but like, I'd like to have a stream open where it's just my voice, but then people watching have the Eurovision.tv live stream open as well, and then I can commentate over it. But I can't do that in one single... I can't do that in one single stream, because, like, for me to have an outgoing stream whilst streaming the Eurovision thing in would absolutely kill my computer's CPU, and also it would have the music playing, and of course that would make it in breach of copyright. So I would love to do a Eurovision commentary thing, but there's no way I could do it that would adequately satisfy me, so I'll work it out at some point. But I'd want to avoid the nonsense with copyright and stuff, so... Svalbard, I only know that it exists because of online song contests. Don't die, thank you. I feel like a couple of people would watch it, but... I mean, I have 10 people watching me play Pokémon, so maybe with Eurovision I'd get a decent viewership, I don't know. And... Beret's down low, and I want to get her to level up, but at the same time, we're closer to the next Pokemon Center than we are to the previous one, so I'm just going to switch out for Pedricida, because she's my next lowest, and Beret, what have you got this time, you beauty? Another Super Potion. Is naming a Pokemon Beret just a good luck charm for pickup? Because, wow. Beret keeps getting really good stuff. And I'm glad to hear that there's such aggressive enthusiasm for me to do such things, because it's a thing that I would like to do. Bullet Seed, no. If I use Nature Power, that'll be Swift, which is neutral, but still decent attack power. Oh wait, nope, we're in Grass. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you're battling in Grass, then it's Stun Spore. Hup dub. But hey, it's paralyzed now, so... that did nothing at all. Oh, throwing shade like it's sunny, and it's been very sunny today. Just by luck to run into a Grass type, well, I've got the Grass type leading the team. I believe I did get your votes for YSC 28, and if I'm not getting people mixed up, then yes. Then yes, Sebastian, I approve. And I feel like Eurovision gaining traction in America, I think it's at least partly, at least I want to believe it's partly to do with animatronic co-commentating the semi-finals for the UK a couple of years ago, and then going back to America and being like, yo, check out this thing, and then it's sort of steadily gained a fandom since then. And my favourite Pokemon, that's a tough question, because I have a couple of favourites, but they're all for, like, aesthetic reasons. I don't really have a favourite one competitively, but I love the Lucario line, I love the Zoroark line, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, and I love Magnezone. I just love the entire Magnemite line. And whose internet? My internet's fine at the moment, although, thanks for reminding me, because we're 30 minutes into the stream, and for the first 2 streams of this series, we got 20 minutes in, then my internet would die, and then it would come back up again, but I'm fine at the moment. And with the YSC, there isn't a limit for how old it can be. The only rules are, it can't have been in the adult Eurovision, and it can't have been in the junior Eurovision, and it can't have been in the YSC before. And there's some fine print as well about, like, it can't be performed by an artist who's already taking part in that edition, and... PP up! Holy Christ! Yeah, on my end, everything's still streaming nice and normally, so I don't know what the deal here is. Yeah. I agree, God of War is pretty cool, although that's another one that Americans kind of struggle with pronouncing in my experience, but yeah, I'm not going to get all uppity about it. Although, of the two, I prefer the aesthetic of Gallade, or Gallade if you prefer, and I suppose Gallade technically better competitive? I don't know. There are a lot of good Pokemon though, so, yeah. A song from the 1900s, that certainly would be impressive. Yeah, I do apologise if there is, like, some quality issues on my end, but everything seems at the moment. Love Injected, I liked for the most part, but, like, this is... I think Love Injected was my most controversial opinion of 2015, because I liked it with the asterisk that I didn't like the bit about 2 minutes in where it goes all wub wub wub, because, like, for me, that completely throws me out of the song, because it's, like, it completely destroys the rhythm, in my opinion. Like, the rest of the song's perfectly fine, it's just that one bit, and so, to my ears, it sounds like it's trying too hard to be a special snowflake indie song, but it, like, for the most part, it works, and she totally deserved to get the position she did. Rhythm Inside, I think, was really well done, really well composed, really well staged, really, really good. I liked it. It was my winner of 2015. It wasn't necessarily my 12 points, but it was my personal winner. And tonight, again, I like it more than Sound of Silence. Fight me. But, like, I think Sound of Silence was very, very good. But I'd prefer tonight again, personally. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like I don't have any right getting upset with how people pronounce Pokemon names, but there are some that annoy me. Like, I was saying in the last stream, the Devon Corporation, I've heard so many Americans pronounce it Devon rather than Devon, and Gardevoir rather than Gardevoir, and Gallade rather than Gallade, but I don't really have an excuse, because I personally pronounce Arceus as Arceus, even though Austin, a friend of mine, Austin on Sugar, he's a really great guy, by the way, he's gone through the etymology of it and explained to me several times that by all rights it should be Arceus, because Arc as in Archangel, plus Deus meaning God, so Arcdeus, Arceus, but to me, I will always pronounce it Arceus, because I'm a scrub like that. I suppose that's the good thing about Pokemon. You're free to just completely abuse the pronunciations of the names, because why not? And something that is kind of awkward, though, is I like how Pokemon have different names in different countries, so people can still appreciate the wordplay, and in foreign languages, it's still indicative of what the Pokemon do. So, like, if there's a Pokemon whose name has, like, a grass pun in it in English, you might not understand that if you speak, like, German or Italian or something. But then, in that language version, the name has a grass pun in it as well, then you can tell it's a grass type, even if you speak that language. But the only downside of that is, I was visiting Germany, I was on a German exchange in 2010, and the guy I was staying with was also a player of Pokemon, and we were going to trade Pokemon, but then we realised, wait, I don't know what this Pokemon is called in English, or what it's called in German, and it was kind of funny. So, yeah. There are 11 countries taken for July so far, and I actually sent a person a message about it earlier today, and I don't remember all of a sudden. And I'm gonna get Pedro out of there because this is technically a Nuzlocke, but yeah. Thank you to... Hang on. Temmie Gaming, I think you're my 420th subscriber, so get turned. Or something, I don't know. But, thanks. That means a lot. I do try to be entertaining. Yeah, it's... I'm trying to think to myself about the whole Graham Norton comments. And it's true that it's not all about politics. Because, like, no one's gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna vote for the UK because I don't like their flag. But then, yeah, I just don't want to think about it. Norway, I don't think Norway is taken, no, so you can Norway if you want. Now, off the top of my head, I'm gonna see if I can remember all 11, because I was trying to remember the 5 that were taken on the stream on Sunday, and we've had 6 confirmations since then. We have... Why are you using Splash, by the way? The ones that are taken so far... Antarctica, Australia, Malta, Sweden, Estonia, United Kingdom, United States, Indonesia, Ireland, I think, France. I don't remember. Honestly, I'm fairly sure that Norway's free, but I'll get on it in a little while. Oh, shit. Yeah, I completely forgot about... Petra, 21 HP, she can survive the trip to the Pokemon Center, I think. If you don't mind the screen glitching out every couple of seconds, how much HP is she on? 14, yeah, with... No, honey, I am good. I think. Oh, yeah, Moldova. Moldova's taken. Yeah. And why did the... Yeah, Pokedex... 10 HP! Can we last these last couple of steps? Yes, we can. We are safe. Moldova. How could I forget Moldova? The most iconic of the participants next month. Good grief. Now, did my eyes deceive me? Or has Beret... No, my eyes deceived me. Okay, see you in a moment, Jamie. Ah, yes. Green punk-haired man. I don't have any decorations, so no. Yeah, like, talking about politics in Eurovision is kind of like playing Monopoly. Just don't. Literally just don't. Because people will get destroyed by the fiery teeth of Satan's vagina. I don't know where that came from. That was a thing that I just said, and it flew out of my mouth like a banana. Nya. I kind of want to put my bedroom fan on because it is actually rather hot in here, but at the same time, my fan's right there. I don't want it to come up on the microphone, so... Tabby! Yay! Now, I know there's a house here somewhere where you can get, Is it this one that has the coin case? Oh, no. Oh, it's nature. Well, that's even more important. HM06. I forget which one. Is that Rock Smash? That's Rock Smash, yeah. And I was going to say something else, and I've completely forgotten what it was. Oh, yes. First of all, how do you pronounce the name of this city? Is it Mauville? 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 It's very, very different from how it appears in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So... I didn't realise there was ever a debate on whether England was going to stay in the UK or not, so... I believe so? Because there was that referendum with Scotland, and they said they were staying. And I don't... The only thing I could think that you might be referring to is the EU referendum. And that's not happened yet, I don't think? I don't know. I don't want to get into politics, because everyone's going to get hurt. See, as I said, people will be destroyed by the fiery teeth of Satan's vagina. Or Saturn's vagina, that too. But yeah, before Graham Norton, Terry Wogan was kind of, like... People are like, oh no, don't talk ill about Terry Wogan, because he's dead, he can't defend himself, oh, he's such a monster, but... Like, I've been I've been anti-Terry Wogan before, like, since before he died, because all he did was insult the contest, and I know quite a few people here can back me up on this. Like, apparently the Polish commentators as well, like, really shit on the contest because of Terry Wogan's commentary style, and I forget which one's more useful. I'm gonna go with Acro for the moment. Oh, yeah, well, why not? I've gender diversity and all that. But yeah, like, Terry Wogan did a load of stuff insulting the contest, and then that's why the UK is so anti-Eurovision at the moment. And we're building our reputation back up, slowly and steadily, but, like, congratulations, you predicted an easily predictable point-giving session. Do you want a cookie, Mr. Wogan? Like, I don't mean to insult him, because I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead. I'm just speaking ill of someone who was kind of an asshole on the job. Like, you wouldn't celebrate a firefighter who got drunk on the job, so why are we celebrating the fact that Terry Wogan got drunk on the job? Just a thought. Just something to mull over. Can I do the game corner yet? I feel like I wouldn't want to anyway, because I don't much care for the gambling in this game, but... yeah. Well, I have the bike, and that's what matters. And actually, while I remember, I should probably equip the bike, shouldn't I? Wow. I feel like I should have a lot more key items than this. Yeah. Cookies? Are there cookies? There are cookies. Yes, because things. Wally! I'm going to eat your face, and then serve it back to you in a book. And I shall call it an Instagram. Because it's a book of faces, and I'm being funny. Fight me, small child, who inexplicably got green hair between this and the remake. And actually, that reminds me, because for the past couple of years, Greece and Cyprus haven't even swapped 12s, and that's actually sort of beautiful. Like, because up until now, people's like, oh yeah, Greece giving 12 to Cyprus and vice versa, whereas the past couple of years, they haven't done that, and this amuses me. Wally with your green hair. Wow. This guy is severely underleveled. Bearing in mind we had to fight a level 20 starter that's strong against our starter to get here, and he's come at me with a level 16 Ralts. Nice try, Wally. Nice try. But go to bed. I probably should have used Beret, because Soupy Tom's going to get a buttload of experience in this gym anyway. Then again... Oh yes, because, of course, Europe Scalaway and I were at Eurovision the Party, and they were showing a no-commentary version of the SVT broadcast of the show. Which means that... I feel like in Sweden and a bunch of other countries, they have like one channel broadcasting the contest, but there are a load of different audio tracks, so you can listen to the commentary in a bunch of different languages. And for Sweden, that's Swedish, possibly Finnish, and also a silent audio track where there's no commentary at all, which I wish they did that in this country, because, like, not that our commentators are bad, it's just, it'd be nice to have the option of having no commentary, so I think that's what we had when we were in Stockholm, so... Anyway, electric types. Soupy Tom is completely immune to them, so I'm leading with Beret. Because Beret is my electric nana, apparently. But I mean, to be fair, it's an electric. How bad can this be? Okay, Sebastian. I was going to say good luck with sleep, but, well, I mean, good luck with sleep, I suppose? Yeah, I think at Eurovision the Party they played the Swedish commentary, then they realised, oh wait, not everyone here speaks Swedish, we'll swap it to the no commentary at all version. That's my theory anyway. I do feel like the juries should all be, like, every member of the jury should be kept completely separate so they can't talk to each other. They're supposed to put their national biases aside, and you know they're not going to because us, or some are more inclined to be biased than others, though. I do feel like Armenia should have done a lot better than they did in the end. Like, I know they came, like, 7th, but I really thought that Armenia would do a lot better. But they still came 7th, so that's nothing to sniff at by any means. And Magnemite. One of my favourite families of Pokemon, but one that I hardly ever use. I don't know why, I just don't really use it. But I like it. I like the aesthetic. Oh, Soupy Tom, you're going to get so many levels out of this gym, it's not even fair. But I kind of don't want to rely on Soupy Tom as my lead here, because I want other Pokemon to get levels, because he is technically immune to electric moves, because he's part ground type. But I want other Pokemon to... At the very least, I want Beret to get some levels out of this. So, Cherry Berry. I've got loads of these, so... Well, I think our past couple of entries have all been the best, but in different ways. Like, I think Molly had the best song as far as, like, appeasing the crowd went. I think Electro Velvet had the best personalities, and Joe and Jake had the right staging, and it's just a matter of finding what works and then combining it all. And why are you using a Zigzagoon in an Electric Gym? I have an excuse because I'm a challenger. Oh, because it knows Thunderbolt. Fair enough. Why doesn't my Zigzagoon know Thunderbolt? Stop paralyzing my ass! Just, yeah, mirror match. All the aggressive boops. I mean, that is kind of fair, but, like, one thing that I've thought of in the past with Eurovision is, hey, what if we didn't know which country each song was performing for, but then, well, if you hear a song that's in Albanian, take 3 guesses as to which country it's representing, because it's probably going to be Albania, you know. So it works in theory, but then in practice, not so much. But I do like the idea. And I don't like where this battle's going, so... I'll send in Petra, because she's kind of declining in the level department, and I know that I have... I know that I have rare candies, but I don't want to use them just yet, because they're really good at leveling later down the line, and I kind of don't want to use a rare candy on a Pokemon that I might end up not using later. Because... it is technically a Nuzlocke, and so technically if I have a fainted Pokemon, I am technically going to have to put them in the PC. I'm not going to... like, I'm not going to actually release any Pokemon that faint, because, as I said, this is only going to be Nuzlocke until it stops being fun, at which point I'm going to just bring back my Pokemon and play it through it normally. But for the moment... I almost forgot the point I was trying to make. I'm not going to use rare candies just yet, because it's harder to level up later down the line anyway, and I'm going to go and get healed because I want to get my PP back up. Because power points to use Pokemon moves. This has nothing to do with dick jokes. Yeah. And wow, my streaming, my kilobits per second, I think it's kilobits per second, it's just fluctuating all over the place right now. But apparently I've not dropped any frames, so... Why, Total T, I'm playing this on a Game Boy Advance. How could you possibly accuse me of anything different? And Lozzie, has the time finally come? Do share. I mean, it's kind of spoilers for whichever contest it is, but... Congratulations. Who was the deal? What do? Who soup? What fish? Hot Foot Forest. In the April edition of the contest, because technically there wasn't one for Makers of Eurovision, but I would have preferred No Firewall to win, because it was less predictable than Cool Me Down. Like, I don't hate Cool Me Down as a song, though, but Ascension, I gave 12 points to, and it's kind of funny, if I'd not given it 12 points, it would have come even laster than the other songs. But I really liked Ascension. I don't know why nobody else gave it that many points, but at the same time I can kind of understand, because it is a very camp song, sung by a singer who's not as young as they used to be, so... yeah, that's what I was referring to, Total T. I'm glad you've got the reference. Yeah. So I kind of wished that No Firewall had won, but, I mean, Cool Me Down is still popular, so I'm not salty. And another thought is, the guy who does bad lip reading, like... that's kind of, like the songs, the bad lip reading songs, are of really good genres for Eurovision, but obviously the lyrics are complete nonsense, and so I wish I could make music like that, because then I would make such good Eurovision songs. And it knows Sonic Boom, and that does 20 damage by default, so it may have fainted now, but there's one more Pokemon left in the runnings, and so I'm going to disappear. Voltorb, yeah, we'll just send in Petra. I could use Soupy Tom, I could one-shot it with Mud Slap. Tyler Andrews, hello. That's not the rarest Pepe I've seen, but adequate Pepe. 7 out of 10. I wish I could quote more Karl Popper. That's one of the ones that I know the least well. admittedly. Oh, wow. Petra, you're... I would say you're attack stat, but this is before the physical special split, so... Your grass power is lacking. Just use Swift, because nature power always turns into Swift in indoor environments. I did a bit of research off stream, I'm just good like that. And am I the only person who actually thinks that Dat Boy is actually kind of funny? Because... there are some people who claim that it's a forced meme, like, no, Damn Daniel is a forced meme, but... The Pepes I'm okay with, Dat Boy I'm okay with, loads of memes I'm okay with, it's just Damn Daniel that's, like, kind of annoying, but, I mean, it's not the worst meme there's ever been. I don't know what is the worst meme there's ever been, but... It's certainly not that one. Yeah. And it does remind me of, yeah, we were talking about the Eurovision Love, Love, Peace, Peace interval act, and you could totally rewrite that. You could turn it into a song about memes, you know, like dank, dank, memes, memes, and a frog on a unicycle, memes, memes, dank, dank, and the rarest of Pepes. Well, I'm glad to hear that. All hail the unifrog, the frogsicle, the unicycle nonsense. I approve. It's so surreal as well. That's part of the reason why I like it, because I'd describe my humour as, well, depending on how you pronounce it, either neo-Dadaist or neo-Dadaist, because I've heard it pronounced both ways, because there's that art style that's either Dadaism or Dadaism. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I could have sworn it was Dadaism, but that's how I describe my own style of humour anyway, because it's sort of like... I think that's technically what YouTube poops fall under as well, because, like, sentence mixing and stuff, even though I don't specialise in sentence mixing. And oh shit, that's a fighting type. Send in Obama. Yeah. Oh, what it is indeed. Oh, fuck. Well... shit. This is an electric gym after all. Soupy Tom then, we should just be glad that Obama survived. That sounds weird out of context, but yes. Congratulations, Obama. You will survive, because... Not Gloria Gaynor. Who is it that did I Will Survive? Diana Ross? No, wait. Who was it that did I Will Survive? That's actually not a bad song. I'm so lost now. What do I do with my life? And you thought you were tapping the cherry, weren't you, you silly munchkin? Is that an offensive term? Because, like... My sister was visiting the day before yesterday, and I know she used to refer to me as a munchkin, and, like, that was the name of a race of people in the Wizard of Oz, and, like, I feel like that could be construed as an offensive term, and, like, in my vocabulary, it's not meant to be, so I apologize if I've caused any offense. And speaking of, when my sister was visiting yesterday, not the Lady Script, hello, yeah, my sister was visiting, like, yeah, it was on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, it was on Monday. And it's kind of funny, because I am, of course, Tess, and my sister's name is Jess, and that's kind of funny. Well, welcome to the channel, Lady Script, or Ladu Script. I don't know, there are a number of ways you pronounce the letters Y and K, but hello. And, like, I don't even remember how old my sister is, but I think she's in her early 30s at this point, so I'm the youngest of my family by quite a long way, but... Anyway, she runs an exercise program thing. Like, she's a personal trainer, and she got me to do some graphic design for her website. Calm your senses, Total T. Let's see how this one goes. But yeah, so she got me to do some graphic design for her YouTube channel and her website as well. So that was a fun time. So if there's any interest there, wefittogether.co.uk. You can spell it with 2 T's, you can spell it with 1. It takes to the same website either way. I did some graphic design for her. Oh yeah, Watson, he tried to convert the city into... presumably into what it is in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I don't know. Also, there was New Mauville, or... I've always pronounced it Mauville, even though the colour is mauve. I don't know. I'm not good at life. We've established that I'm a scrub. Holy fuck, he's level 22. Ay. Beret's only here for level purposes. Let's just skip the formalities and send in Soupy Tom. Let's get Soupy up in this his house. Soup. I'm trying to be cool and it's failing miserably, I know. Mudshot. And that's a bit excessive. Thank you, Lozzie. I did wonder if you were still here, but thanks very much. I mean, they're getting more creative, I'll give them that. The 5th gym in Pokemon X, off the top of my head, which one is that? It's been a while since I've played X and Y, so, you'll have to remind me which one that is. So, I'm gonna say tentatively, probably, because I've at the very least got up to the Elite Four in Pokemon X, but I don't remember, it's been quite a while. Voltorb, stop being good. I mean, it's rollout and it's not that effective against me, but nevertheless. Oh, the Fairy type one. That's the one with the crazy teleporters, isn't it? In that one? Well, as you can tell by my playstyle here, I tend to go after every trainer anyway, so I'd say just keep going through the teleporters randomly until you end up at your destination and fight as many Pokemon trainers on the way and level up and stuff. I mean, in X and Y, you've got the experience share thing, so that it behaves like the experience all from Generation 1. And so it's even better for training purposes then, so I'd advise just run around randomly, you'll get there eventually. I am kind of insulted though that there's a Fairy type gym, but there still isn't a Dark type gym anywhere in any of the games yet. Like, I get that Dark type is kind of a tricky type to do, because you can't have it early game because the way the type works. But you can't... I suppose you could have it late game, because there are more Dark types now. I want there to be a Dark type gym, okay? I want equality. Plus, I do wonder what other gym puzzles they could do for a Fairy type one. Okay, so maybe you're a touch over level, but more training never hurts, because, I mean, it might as well be worth it, because, like, you won't be able to fight the trainers once you've beaten the gym leader anyway, so you might as well while you still can. Because, I mean, it is free experience, and the trainers in gyms tend to be higher level than the nearest ones in the area anyway, so... I suppose that is true. I think my ideal Pokemon region would have a ground-type gym, because there's not been enough of those, a poison gym, a dark gym, another fairy-type gym just to see what other puzzles they can come up with. I feel like we've had plenty of ice types. Maybe another steel type, because you can do some interesting stuff with steel types. Not personally, like, it's not my kind of thing, but I recognise that it's a thing. The daycare, probably not going to do anything with that. And what my level's looking like. Beret's got another item. Super Potion. So good, so good. Too pure, too perfect for this world. Now I'm kind of lost now, because I'm going to need to use Rock Smash to go north from Mauville, whatever. But I feel like I should do some other stuff before that. And... What town is the move deleter in this game? I feel like Mauville, so I should be able to... Oh my. I'm gonna teach Rock Smash to Petrocida, just so she has more attacking moves, because I am never going to use Bide, because it forced me to use it earlier in the game, and I'm just not... Like Bide strats are just not my thing. So you'll have Rock Smash for the moment. Ghost type as well. Yeah, they're another one where there are only so many ideas you can do gyms with for them, but I want to see just how far they can stretch the creativity. All the way in Lily Cove, duh! Well, we'll get by, we'll survive, we'll be okay. Now, I don't remember what these two trainers have, so I'm gonna have Petrocida up here as well, so... Yeah, I think I'll be fine until Lily Cove anyway, if I handle my team correctly. Also, I just realised this is a new route. We can get a new Pokemon here if we so desire. And I should have kept Thingy Thoo. Should have kept Obama in. Fighting type. Fake Out, because I never use Fake Out because I've never had Pokemon that are good at using it, and I think it's a really cheap tactic, but I've never used it before, so... We got the double flinch, how good are we? We are 2 pro, we have mad strats here. Yeah, Rock Smash. because it's fighting type. Oh yeah, another fire gym as well. There are not enough of those. I completely forgot. Because, as any child who grew up with Pokemon did, I came up with so many different concepts for gym puzzles when I was... Like, there was one, and this is really dumb. As a child, I came up with an idea for a dragon-type gym that was a giant pinball table, and that is so not viable. And I eventually ended up reworking the gym concept into something that was a bit more similar to the Dragon-type gym in either Black and White or Black and White 2, I forget which one. The one that has the dragon statue head things. Those were fun. There were others that I'd come up with as well, like a Steel-type gym where it's kind of like the one in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, but for half the gym the elevators don't work, and so... It's kind of like the level Amazing Arena in Knuckles Chaotix, where you have to find the lights and turn them on before any of the... Gary motherfucking Oak, I feel so blessed by your presence. Hello to you. Yeah, I guess that's true. Electric, dark, psychic, pinball, nonsense. Yeah. How did they do it in the original Gen 2? Because... Also, does Beret still have pickup? Because I feel like there's no reason why she wouldn't. Yeah, she still has pickup, that's good. Yeah, so how do they do it in Gold and Silver, and possibly Crystal as well? Because I remember how they did Claire's gym in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which I think was clever. It would have worked better for a Fire-type gym, but it makes sense for Dragon as well. But how do they do it in the original games? Because it's been so long since I played the original ones. And are these gettable yet? Oh, it's a very strange colour for Weepear berries. And, what other ideas did I have? I had an idea to have a Rock-type gym as the 8th gym, just to really switch up, because Rock-type is usually the first gym, because it's a comparatively easy type to strategize around. But if you had it as the last gym, you could have some really tough Pokemon, and I imagined the puzzle being like a mirror maze, like a maze of mirrors, which would be fun times indeed. Totally not inspired by Shaolin Showdown, which was kind of also a little bit my childhood, because that was... such a good series, and I'm willing to fight people about this. Well, okay, it was cheesy as fuck, but it was also fun. I kind of want Obama to start getting some levels as well now that Beret's evolved, but at the same time, yeah. But yeah, it's been so long since I've played... Well, I've only played Silver of the original Gen 2s, but I only played Heart Gold of the remakes, which is a bit strange. So, make of that what you will. Also, we're up against a Pokemon breeder, which means they have 6 Pokemon, which is good for grinding purposes. Fun times indeed. Marill. I'm gonna send in Obama. Yeah, like, the funny thing with the Viridian? Is it Viridian Gym? The Viridian Gym, the last gym in the first generation, is that, like, it's meant to be ground type, but they're so, like, it doesn't feel like it, especially in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But, I mean... I can't even think properly. Goldeen... yeah, we'll send in Petrocida. Yeah. Sorry, I keep having mind blanks, because it's not as hot now as it was earlier, but it's still kind of difficult to think. Bulgaria's choosing their Junior Eurovision song on Sunday, I believe. I think it's on the 11th, and I'm reviewing the song on the 12th, or something like that. So, wait, today's Wednesday. Thursday the 9th. Oh, I think they're choosing on Saturday. I'll be reviewing it on the Sunday, there we go. Fun times indeed. Roselia. It's passive jeffing. I'll tolerate it for the moment, because... Wait, hang on, what Pokemon am I preparing for? I'm trying to rewind in my head as to what I just... I don't see why not. Now, what's the next Pokemon that I'm about to come up against? Because I'm having a total mind blank. I knew I had to change Pokemon, but I forget who I'm... I'll just send in a Obama and hope for the best, because I've completely forgotten what I'm about to fight. Roselia, okay, yes, I good call. Oh, Alphon, okay, well, goodbye, good night, have a fun time with your life. It is getting fairly late anyway, it is like 25 to 12 here, so I'm only going to be going for about 20 more minutes, I think. And oh, Amira's going to level up and possibly evolve, because I know Taylor evolves at either level 21 or 22, maybe 24, I want to say. So, maybe we'll have an evolution before the end of the stream, alongside Beret. Skitty. Skitty, 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 what can I use against a Skitty? I'm gonna do some more cheap fake-out tactics. I used to think, because I've never actually used fake-out before this stream, I used to think that it was the only move in the game that had 1 PP, and that's why you could only use it once, but no, it just only works on the first turn you use it. I worked that out at some point, so... Level 22? Oh, that means I have to wait even longer, but that's okay. And thank you for being advice with words, because that's helpful. I appreciate it, thank you. No matter what I say, it'll sound sarcastic, that makes me sad, but sincerely, I'm appreciative of this information. I'm wondering how, like, what story point should I get to before ending the stream? Well, I think if you're careful about it, I know Magikarp can learn some pretty OP moves eventually, I just don't remember. I don't remember. I feel like I kind of want to raise a Magikarp in this run-through if I get to, but if I don't, then no big deal. Oh, there's no such thing as over-meming, surely. Like, I don't think I've ever actually raised a Gyarados. Like, I got the shiny one in Heart Gold, and in regular Silver when I played through that as well, but I've never properly raised one, so... That'd be a fun thing to do, because they are surprisingly OP, unless you come up against an electric type, of course, but we've already beaten the electric gym, so... Oh, that's a point. Soupy Tom's going to be really, really good against the next gym as well, because it's fire type. A full restore! Beret, I would say chill it with the crazy items, but please don't, I'm enjoying myself. Hello, small child, can I beat your Pokemon up? No, I can't, you don't have any. Yes, because... memes are the path that all warriors strive for. I forget the quote. But rest assured there are memes. Why do you all have Doduos? And I wonder how many people have come up with the notion of a Fakemon called Doduno. Like, it's Doduo, but with only one head, because that's literally just a Dodo, and that was an idea that I had, but it's really not a difficult idea to have. In the same way as, like, coming up with a pre-evolution for Drifloon and calling it Driflated, like it's an uninflated balloon. That's another idea that I had, but it's kind of obvious. And I want Chatot to have evolutions as well, because then it can have... like, it can evolve into a thing where it has 2 heads, so it looks like a semi-quaver, and then an evolution where it has 4 heads, or maybe even a Mega Evolution that has 4 heads, and it's like no, it looks like a Quaver, and then a Mega evolves into a semi-Quaver. A Nugget! Beret! What did I just say? This is going too well. I'm doing too goodly with my stuff, but I don't intend to become less good. I am rambling, and I'm aware of this. Ah, my nose. Why is it my nose keeps acting weird, but only when I'm live streaming? Because that's just a trait that I found that I have. Oh, Ninkada. Can we headbutt the bug? We can. Well, I should keep doing that. I mean, you say that, but if I do end up catching a Magikarp in this playthrough, I'm probably going to name it John Cena now. Or, I might try to make a Eurovision pun somehow as well, but... there may be a John Cena reference in there. And it is kind of an overused thing at this point, but I'm still 100% on board with it, so... whatever. I make all of the most attractive noises on streams, I know. I'm just too professional. Oh. Crazy nose times. You can't blow me, I am Burb. I mean, I guess, as long as it's not actively mean-spirited, but I mean, if it's a joke that you'd make on one of Squill's streams, I guess it wouldn't be mean-spirited. And by the way, I meant to look up that senior thesis film that Squill and his classmates did, because I was plugging it in the last stream, and I didn't look it up, and I can't remember what it's called, but it is actually pretty good. So I do recommend checking it out, not because he's kind of an acquaintance of mine, but I mean... Gary, I believe I may have to, simply because it's getting late where I am, and there are people who are going to be trying to sleep in other rooms of this house, and I don't want to disturb them with my incessant late-night streaming, so maybe another 10-15 minutes? We'll see. Oh, good, I don't have to capture the Zigzagoon. All of the Satans. Just trying to get in as much as you can before the stream ends. Just A+ strategizing, I suppose. And all the levels... Wait, hang on. Kind of... Do I want to have a mirror bomber in front here? Because... Well, I mean... How many people are there that can have a single name of that variety? Oh... That depends on when the Quiplash stream was. I know I've been in at least 1 or 2 of his Quiplash streams, but I don't remember which ones. Because the thing with Squill is, he's on the west coast of America, so... Okay, Tammy, well, I'm ending fairly soon anyway, so thanks for joining. Because Squill is on the west coast of America, that's like GMT, BST plus 6, I think? Minus 6, rather. So, it's really rare for me to be online at the same time as him, and I end up staying up really late watching his streams, if he does stream, so... Not tomorrow, but Wednesday of next week, because I usually stream on Wednesdays. Also the first Sunday of every month. But that was last week, so... Yeah. I've heard Philly G, and I would say good luck, but I think it's... Oh, Amir's going to evolve in the stream after all. It's not a matter of luck, it's a congratulations thing, I think? I don't remember. I know something momentous is happening. I've been informed. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you indeed. Goodbye. Or boy. It's been a while since I've done Undertale things. I would make more references, but I'm sure you get them a lot. Everyone's starting to dwindle anyway, so I'd probably just end the stream a little bit early if everyone's going to go anyway. But I'm going to at least clear out this route first, and then heal at the next Pokemon Center, maybe open up the shortcut back to previous Town Place Town Pants, and then I'll end. So, this has been fun. I probably should have sent out Soupy Tom, but I don't want him getting over-leveled. At least not compared to everyone else anyway. Like, he's ahead by 1 or 2 levels, so it's not a big deal, and this thing's only level 12 anyway, but... I'm trying to be responsible with my team management, goddammit. Yeah, I'm still not entirely recovered. I didn't even see what his next Pokemon is. I'm still not entirely recovered from Europe Scalaway and I when we went to Sweden, so... Yeah, you said that before, so... should I... Is it worth doing the fake out? Does this even count? I think it does. It's not even that effective, because I think fake out's dark type, and... No, it's normal. Why did I think fake out was dark type? Huh. Anyway. End times are upon us. So... what's effective against Aron Squirrel? I'll just use some sort of... I'll use some sort of moist nonsense and see where it gets us. So 2 more Pokemon, a Rock Smash, a Heal, and then End Times, I think. Is everyone having a good time, by the way? I do worry. I do care that you lot of people are enjoying yourselves, so... Nya. Nya, indeed. I always pronounced it Poochiana, but it's probably Pooch Hyena, because it's a Pooch Hyena. That's probably the joke, but I always pronounced it Poochiana. Did I say moist? I don't remember now. The heat is getting to me, so... I probably picked a good time to call time on the stream, so... I'm glad that everyone's enjoying themselves. Because I care. I care very muchly. Now, evolution time, evolution time! Obama is evolving! I I could make some joke about the right to bear arms, but that's Michelle Obama, because Michelle Obama has lovely arms. Lovely, memey arms. Creamy, memey arms. Creamy arms. England and cream. Creamy old England. Congratulations, Obama. You're a big bird with a breast. Well done. Now, we have arrived in Verdanturf town. Verdanturf. My nose. So, I shall heal, I shall do a bit of rock smashing, and then I think I'll call it a day. So, once again, thank you everyone for watching. In this stream, I conquered the rival battle I was so worried about, with no trouble whatsoever. We conquered another gym, we had generally good times, and... Oh. We need to fight a train in order... We need to fight a trainer in order to open up the next... We need to fight a trainer in order to get to the rock smash thing that I wanted to do, so... I'll just do this mini thing first instead, and then I'll end the stream. Now that's... What do you mean oh my god, it's not until Gen 4 that they changed the... I'd forgotten about that. That is crapiola cuckapoo-poo. Well, I'll just have to come back for the HP up, should I? I feel like at the same time I should maybe use the... I can't do this thing either then, because my bag is full, and that's kind of bad. Well, whatever, I've started signing out already, so... I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. Thank you to everyone who joined this stream. You've been excellent company. In the next stream, we'll make more progress and fantastic times shall be had, and maybe I'll level up Serhat at some point. We shall see, but thanks to everyone who joined, and we'll see you in the next one. It's been fun. Have nice lives with your time in whatever articles of clothing you may or may not be wearing. See you, Spoon. Fork you later. It's been nice talking to you.